Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Stephanie with Lumerious Star, and today what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at this new deck to me. This is the Horror Tarot. This is by, this is an Insight Editions deck, and I am pretty excited about this. For those of you who either, if you've been following me for a while, you probably know I'm a huge obviously I'm a huge tarot fan. I'm a huge horror fan. I've loved horror films since I was a young kid, when I very first watched Alfred Hitchcock and The Twilight Zone. Those are kind of like my first forays into horror, and I watched the original Halloween and The Exorcist and all of the things. So I love dark and spooky and scary things. So Insight Editions did send me this deck for review. So grateful for that, because I really wanted to check out this deck. So let's take a look at it together. I know nothing about it. I don't really know if it's referencing actual horror or if it's just kind of like a horror theme. I don't really know. I will say the box is really nice. We've got this red foil, and we've got these little spot gloss images in the corners. I like the little spider here. The box is really nice. So this is illustrated by Abigail Larson and written by Aria Gmitter and Minerva Siegel. So I feel like Abigail Larson, isn't she the one who does the Dark Woods Tarot? I don't have that one, but I believe that's her. So we've got a nice box with the thumb hole cutouts, and let's take a look at the back. So it says here, add an element of horror to your tarot experience with this spooky and unique take on the traditional 78 card tarot deck. This dark tarot set features scenes and characters inspired by classic horror literature, films, and beyond. Okay, so that's good to know. So they're just inspired. So we're not going to have any necessarily specific, I guess, horror nods. Okay, where was I? Inspired by classic horror literature, films, and beyond, and gorgeous original illustrations. Featuring both major and minor arcana, the set also comes with a helpful guidebook explaining each card's meaning, as well as simple instructions for easy readings. Packaged in a sturdy decorative gift box, this terrifying collectible tarot deck is the perfect gift for the horror fan or tarot enthusiast, and I am both, so this is very exciting. I really like these little skulls too, really cute. Okay, so let's just get into this. I'm pretty excited. Oh, look at the inside. That's so cute. We've got skulls and eyeballs and feathers, knives, stakes. That's a really cute print. A really cute print. I like that already. Okay, so we've got a little ribbon here. Okay, so we'll put these cards here. We've got the same really cute print in here. That would make such a cute wallpaper or something. I really like that. Okay, so we've got a guidebook, which we will take a look at in a bit. I always like to go right for the cards. So we've got just a nice kind of plain-ish red back. We've got a black border, and I like how in the corners we have little cobwebs. Super cute. The deck is not edged or gilded, which I like. I like how it doesn't have that kind of cheap gold gilding. I really don't like that. So for something like this, I would probably just edge in a nice dark black. And the cardstock is very similar to the other Insight Editions decks. It's kind of like that silky matte finish. It's flexible, maybe a little bit on the thinner side, but not too thin. It feels like it's sturdy. Okay, so we're just gonna get into the deck. So already I see we've got the titles here on the bottom, and I don't know if the light is catching, but that's actually red foil, which is cool. So we've got the Fool, and it looks like, we've got this woman who's maybe got some blood on her feet. She's kind of wandering through a scary dark forest. Again, I'm not sure if these are supposed to be referencing any certain type of horror movie or genre, or if this is just more basic. So I guess we'll know once we look at the guidebook. So the magician, we've got kind of like our mad scientist. He's got his beakers and potions. That's perfect for the magician. The high priestess, ooh, so she looks like, I feel like this would be a fun storytelling deck. Like you could create characters and storylines and backstory lines about these characters. Like this is like a Victorian woman who is like, you know, she's married to this really wealthy guy, but like obviously she doesn't love him. Like maybe it was like a forced or arranged marriage, or you know, the family arranged the marriage, so she's kind of like plotting his death. She knows deep down she's coming up with a plan. That's like the vibe I get with this high priestess. So that's kind of fun. I can definitely feel like I could do a lot of like storytelling and character development with this deck. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is a very dark Empress card where she is literally almost like giving birth, or almost like a host, because she's not giving, like it's bursting through her stomach. It's like this creature or alien. So that's a really dark depiction of the Empress, which I don't hate. I do not hate that at all. This would probably be really great for shadow work too. The Emperor, he looks very dignified, but also like, is he up to no good? I don't know. The Hierophant. I like that it's a woman. She looks like almost like a bad nun. Which, by the way, I love the movie The Nun, but there's also a movie called The Bad Nun, which is like a total C-list horror film that I found during the pandemic and I love. No one else loves it. I love it. And there's The Bad Nun too. So for those of you who love campy bad horror films, check out The Bad Nun and The Bad Nun too. Okay, the Lovers. So we have got here, interesting. So we almost got this like demon presence here with this couple. And it's like, is that person really there, or is this just a demonic presence? That's cool. That could be taken a lot of different ways. The Chariot as like a horse and carriage, which is super spooky. I really like that. The horse has got like the red devilish eyes. We like this. Strength. We've got this sinister looking man with like an axe or a hatchet. There's some blood here. Really interested to see what the guidebooks say. So here for the Hermit, we've got this like spooky, witchy looking cottage in the woods. This feels very like Hansel and Gretel. Wheel of Fortune. So this woman looks like she is almost like a circus entertainer with her outfit. And we've got all these kind of tools here. It's giving me like, also like Wild West vibes, like the show Westworld. Like I can kind of see that. Justice. We've got our scales here. The Hanged Man. Very dark and macabre imagery. Death. I like that Death card. It's like, you know, with death, like the Grim Reaper figure here, like taking this human hand, which looks like a feminine hand, kind of like kissing it and welcoming it. Like, how can we not fear death? How can we just make friends with it? And you know, if it's here, welcome it instead of fight it. Temperance. That's very beautiful and haunting. It's like this woman is underwater because we've got fish here. I'll be interested to see what the guidebook says. The Devil, we've got this creepy spider. The Tower, we've got this ominous, you know, castle tower, and we have like a creepy little figure in the window. Love that. Oh, the Star, I love how there's a Ouija board. We've got the planchette. That's an interesting depiction for the Star. So again, I'll be really curious to see what the guidebook says. The moon, perfect with the werewolf. The sun is a clown, which I don't really like clowns, but that's creepy. Very, very It vibes. Judgment, perfect with the graveyard and like the dead corpses coming up and the zombies. That totally makes sense. And the world, we've got very like H.P. Lovecraft vibes here. I like that. Okay, so now we are in the minors. So it looks like we're starting here with the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. We got this like gargoyle, Page of Swords. And then we start at the aces, which are, I guess, daggers, which makes sense. Two of daggers. I like the, we've got the classic imagery here. Three of swords. I like this version too. It's very like Telltale Heart. Okay, so great. These are not Pippish decks. They are fully illustrated, which is great. So Four of Swords totally makes sense with, what's it called? A vampire resting in their coffin. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Again, love the classic imagery here. The Rider-Waite-Smith. Seven. Ooh, I like that. That's really interesting too with the swords in the back. Eight of Swords. Yep, that's very Eight of Swords energy. That's like totally... Eight of Swords is typically my like stalker shadow card. Nine of Swords. 10 of Swords. Yep. Okay, so now we are in Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I like her. She seems very like cottage hag witch. Really enjoy her. Knight of Pentacles. This is very like Silence of the Lambs. Page of Pentacles. Ooh, look at all the creepy little like under the bed goblins coming out. Ace, 2, 3. These hanging pentacles remind me of the Blair Witch. All the like hanging like witchy figurines that they had in the woods. Four of Pentacles is a cobweb. That really makes sense. Five of Pentacles. I love the nod to the church here. Six of Pentacles. Love this devil for Six of Pentacles. 7, we've got a graveyard. 8, we've got some spooky carvings in a tree. 9 of Pentacles. What does that remind me of? It's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of the word. What is that from? It's kind of reminding me of, if anyone watched The Haunting of Hill House, the bent neck lady, kind of reminds me of that. But that's not quite what I was thinking. Maybe it'll come to me. 10 of Pentacles. Look at all these coffins. Love that. All right, so now we've got our King of Wands. Our Queen of Wands, who is my personal like court significator card. I love her. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. And then we've got the Ace. So I guess these are candles. I love this with the like spooky crystal ball, really kind of looking and envisioning our future. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. I like that. It kind of gives me like a little bit of Beauty and the Beast vibes, but also like way darker. Five of Wands. Ooh, 6, we've got this really creepy, it almost feels like an abandoned carnival or something. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. I love how it's just not 8 wands. We've got this like creepy, I don't even know what kind of figure this would be, but I like it. I like him. 9 of Wands. Ten of Wands, we've got another devil-like figure. And our cups, which is my favorite suit. So we've got King of Cups, Queen of Cups, really beautiful. Knight of Cups, we've got our Headless Horseman, I love that. Page of Cups, that's pretty clever for the Page of Cups, I like that. Ace, we've got this really beautiful chalice. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, 4, 5, this feels very like Nosferatu. 6, 7, I love all the spooky cups. We've got, what do we have here? Some like skeleton keys, a heart, some like scrolls. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a claw or a tree root. I'm not really sure. We've got a snake, a skull, and then this like spooky entity. Love that. 8 of Cups. Yep, that feels very 8 of Cups. 9 and 10. So I'm kind of loving this. I really am. I think I'm going to sneak this into my my tarot edit for the month of October. So let's take a look at the horror guidebook. So we've got an introduction, understanding your tarot card deck. Got that fun print again, and then we go into the majors. So we've got the full color illustration here. We have a little bit about the Fool, upright, and reverse. So let's actually just read what the Fool says, because I'm curious what the write-ups are. So for the Fool represents the start of a daring journey filled with thrills and chills. Like a naive survivor, bloodied and worn on the dark road, you don't know where the journey may lead. The only way to find out is to face your fears and begin. Okay, so I really do enjoy how they're taking, obviously, the symbolism of the Fool, and then they're kind of writing the description within the context of horror and maybe horror novels and films. So upright, into the dark night you go to bravely start a new adventure. Like a survivor, dizzy from facing her most recent horror, seek the light that leads you out of the pit of darkness. Courage will take you far. So I love how this is almost like a final girl archetype. So it's like, as we know, the Fool starts the journey, and then we go all the way to the world, and then it comes back to the Fool. So it's almost like she's been through this journey and she's like the final girl. That's the vibe I'm getting. Reversed, the guardians of night cry out their warnings, but are you listening? The dark veil of night blinds your next move. Every breath you take counts, so choose wisely. So yeah, so it gives some insight to each card. Let's look at the minors. So it looks like we have a little bit less. We have a smaller color image. We have upright and reversed. Oh, okay. And we have all the minors. Let's see if there's anything at the end. So tarot readings, caring for your deck. So actually, I think this deck might be pretty good for a beginner because it's not like specific. It's not too specific. If you like horror, this might be a nice like entry point into learning tarot. Preparing to read tarot, sample spread. So this is hiding in shadow. Exorcise the demons. Oh, that's cute. Deal with the devil. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a 6-card tarot reading to help see whether a risk is worth taking. I like that. About the author and about the illustrator. Okay, so let's give this a shuffle. Let's give this a shuffle, and oops, I feel like I keep bumping my camera. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle. We're just gonna pull simple 2 cards. How about that? Pull simple 2 cards. I'm gonna read from the guidebook too, because I'm curious how these cards are written. So whenever you are watching this video, whether it's the day I posted it or whenever it comes across your feed or your screen, consider this message for you. If you've got a question, feel free to think of it now, or if you don't, let's just have this be a message from the universe to you. And as I always say, just take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, so let's see what our first message from the Horror Tarot is. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands and we've got the Chariot. So we have got a lot of movement moving forward, a lot of action. So let's read what the Eight of Wands says. So whatever it is you've been thinking about, it's like go time, essentially. Okay, so Eight of Wands, so the upright. Events happen without much time to prepare. The Eight of Wands symbolizes a sudden change in affairs, such as a need to travel or short notice, a sudden business opportunity, or life taking a turn in a new direction. And the Chariot. Could this be your last ride? Stop or go. The choice is yours, but there's no going back. The Chariot, like a horse-drawn hearse, has a clear destination. Deliver its corpse to the grave or else. Oh, how cute are these write-ups? So upright, no matter how difficult the road, stop at nothing to reach your goals. When fear threatens to take over, hold on for dear life until you arrive at your final destination. The reverse meaning, one wrong turn and now you're headed in a direction you did not anticipate. Regain control to steer yourself back around. Do it before it's too late. These writings are super cute. So let's just pull one more. I'm feeling called to pull just one more because this is a lot of like action. So it's like, what do we need to know if we're going to move forward with whatever it is that we wanted to move forward with? Knight of Swords. So it feels, that's again, a lot of swift moving action and some clarity too. So it says here for the Knight of Swords, possessed like a phantom in the night, the Knight of Swords is ready to pursue their dreams without pause. Even unknown forces will not hinder their determination. Are you unable to recognize your motives or know what thoughts haunt you? Why are you in such a hurry? You are being impulsive and a lack of patience may cost you if you're not careful. So I think that's good to know because these cards, these are probably some of the quickest moving energies in the deck, which is super interesting that I pulled all three of these. So, you know, I think the cards and the universe are saying like now is the time to take action on whatever it is that you were thinking about, or maybe whatever it is that you've been kind of sitting on and not sure if you want to like move forward. So this is definitely giving you the green light. I think heeding the advice of the Knight of Swords is like move forward, but also make sure you're not being impulsive. You know, definitely take a pause to see if you're thinking things through. I'm going to pull one more. We've got the Three of Wands. So let's see what this one says in the book. Okay, the Three of Wands is the start of a new endeavor involving a business project. This can also represent a writer or ideas expressed by a creative person and can herald a partnership. A business plan you put in place might not work out. Your idea seemed, oh, this is the reverse meaning, sorry. A business plan you put in place did not work out. Your idea seemed promising but fell flat. You've come to the end of options. It's time to reflect on how to best proceed. So I do think that's, again, it's a little bit of caution too. Like the cards want you to move forward, but also, again, not be hasty. And I also think like not fear failure, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes things do fall flat. And if that happens, which again is not the worst thing in the world, what are you going to do about it? So yeah, this is my first reading with the Heart Tarot. I'm really excited about this. I think this is really fun and spooky for the season. I really like the artwork. I think if you're also a fan of the Dark Wood Tarot by Abigail Larson and you happen to like tarot, or I keep saying tarot, if you happen to like horror, I think this would be a great option for you too. So I'd love to hear what you all think about this deck in the comments below. Is this something you're interested in? Is this something that you think you'll pick up or you've already picked up and you're loving, or maybe it's not your thing? Let me know all the things down in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like. And if you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel because I am new in the tarot tubes. And if you haven't already, you can also follow me on Instagram at Lumeria Star, and I also have a Patreon. Come join the coven. I do tons of, well, actually I do all of my giveaways over there. I have tons of custom spreads, journal prompts. We do Tarot Trade Tuesdays. I do tarot lessons and tons of other fun things under the same name, Lumeria Star. So I hope to see you all there, and hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.